In the early part of my career, remember, it was the publisher that chose which books to write. So if I was accepting a contract and my agent would call me up and say, hey, there's a program out called Magellan and they want a book written on it. And I've never heard of Magellan. So I went ahead and researched it, bought the program, and wrote a book after using the program for a couple of weeks. I think that's kind of the skill I had, was being able to understand and recognize how things are used and then write a book about it. But what I really wanted to do was write a beginner book, because there were lots of people who had computers who didn't really understand them. So my career at the magazine helped a little bit, but more importantly, my career at the publishing house did, because those books were for beginners, absolute beginners, on how to learn to use computers. So I had a proposal out for a book called The Idiot's Guide to DOS, based on the old Idiot's Guide to Volkswagen Repair and Maintenance, which my father had in the garage and I'd used on my own Volkswagen when I needed to repair it. And I'm like, this is the kind of book we want. So I'm writing books. I've written about 23 computer books at the time, was doing very well, had a name and reputation, and I was speaking at a computer book publishing conference, which was a thing, and I was complaining about the editorial process for computer books. And I said, I try to add a lot of life and personality. The publishers used to call it attitude, but it's really personality. I added personality to my books. And the thing that frustrated me the most was that the editors would pull it out. In fact, I wrote a few books for Cybex Publishing, and the editor would consistently tell me, you need to stop doing that in those books. It is a pain in the butt to take out all your little jokes and quips and fun stuff. And I referred to it at this computer publishing conference as them taking a creativity magnet and waving my text over the creativity magnet to suck all the good stuff out. This caught the attention of a guy named Mac McCarthy, who was working for a little startup called IDG Books. And what happened next changed computer publishing forever.